Hello, and welcome to A Day in the Life at American Public School. I'm your host, Maya.
And I'm Alex. We're so glad you're here. This podcast is for all the students out there who are new to the American school system. We know it can be a little confusing at first.
Exactly. So today, we're going to walk you through a typical day in an American public high school. We'll cover everything from the morning bell to after-school activities.
Ready, Maya? Let's start at the very beginning of the day.
Let's do it. So the school day usually starts early, around 7:30 or 8 in the morning. You might get to school on a big yellow school bus, or maybe your parents drop you off.
Right. And the first thing most students do when they arrive is go to their locker.
Ah, the locker. What is a locker, Alex?
A locker is a small personal metal cupboard in the hallway. You get your own locker with a lock. It's where you can keep your heavy books, your jacket, your backpack, and maybe some photos of friends.
It's your little personal space at school. You visit it between classes to swap your books for the next subject.
Then you'll hear a bell ring. That bell is really important. It tells you it's time to get to your first class of the day, which is often something called homeroom.
Right. Homeroom isn't really a class where you learn a subject. It's a short period, maybe 15 minutes, where a teacher takes attendance. Attendance is just checking to see who is at school that day.
They also make the morning announcements in homeroom. This is when the principal or a student might talk over a speaker system to the whole school, sharing news about sports games or special events.
It's just a way to start the day organized. After homeroom, another bell rings, and it's time for your first real class.
Now, this is a big difference for some international students. In American high schools, you don't stay in one classroom all day. The students move, not the teachers.
That's a great point. So if you have math class first, you go to the math classroom. When the bell rings after about 45 or 50 minutes, you'll pack up your things and walk to your next class, maybe English, which is in a different room.
Yep, the hallways get very busy between classes. So let's talk about the kinds of classes you'll take. There are core subjects, which everyone has to take.
Core subjects. These are the main ones. English, where you read books and write essays.
Math, which could be algebra or geometry. Science, like biology, where you learn about living things, or chemistry, where you might do fun experiments.
And history, or social studies, where you learn about the past and about different governments and cultures.
But it's not all just core subjects. You also get to take electives.
Electives are fun. These are classes you get to choose based on your interests. For example, you could take an art class where you paint or draw, or a music class like band or choir.
There's also PE, which stands for physical education. That's gym class, where you play sports like basketball or soccer. Other electives might be a foreign language like Spanish or French, or even a computer class.
And what's it like inside the classroom, Alex? Is it just the teacher talking for 50 minutes?
That's a great question. It really depends on the teacher and the subject. Some classes are lecture-based, where the teacher does talk a lot. But in many classes, it's much more interactive.
That's so true. In many classes, teachers encourage students to ask questions and share their opinions. It's not considered rude to raise your hand and say you don't understand something.
Absolutely. And it's not just about asking questions. Many classes involve group projects where you'll work with a few other students to create a presentation or a report. It's all about collaboration.
And speaking of collaboration and projects, that brings up a really important topic, how your work is actually measured. Let's talk about grades.
Which means it's time for lunch.
Yes, around noon, the bell will ring for lunch. Everyone heads to a very large room called the cafeteria.
The cafeteria is where you eat. There are long tables where you can sit with your friends. You have two choices for food. You can buy your lunch at school, or you can bring your own lunch from home.
If you buy lunch, you'll wait in a line, kind of like at a restaurant, and choose what you want to eat. They usually have a few different options each day, like pizza, sandwiches, or salads.
A lot of students bring their lunch in a lunchbox. It's really up to you. But the most important part of lunch isn't just the food.
That's true. Lunch is a social time. It's a break from classes where you can relax, laugh, and talk with your friends. It's a really important part of the school day.
Definitely. After about 30 minutes, the bell rings again, and it's time to go back to class for the afternoon.
The afternoon is usually just a few more classes. You might have science and then history before the final bell rings.
And that final bell, usually around 3 p.m., is the one everyone is waiting for. It means the official school day is over. But for many students, the day isn't finished yet.
That's right. After school is when extracurricular activities happen. Extra means outside of, and curricular relates to classes. So these are activities outside of your normal classes.
And there are so many to choose from. If you like sports, you can join a team, like the basketball, soccer, or track team. They practice and play games after school.
If you're not into sports, there are clubs. Almost every school has a drama club for students who like acting, a chess club, a debate club, or student government.
Totally. There are also music groups like the school band or orchestra that will have rehearsals after school.
Joining a club or a team is the best way to make new friends who have the same interests as you. It really helps you feel like a part of the school community.
I completely agree. It's where a lot of friendships are made. Once those activities are done, around 5 or 6 p.m., students finally head home.
And that's a full day. So let's do a quick review. The day starts with your locker and homeroom.
Then you move between different classrooms for your core subjects and your chosen electives.
You have a lunch break in the cafeteria to eat and talk with friends.
And after the final bell, you can join clubs or sports for your extracurricular activities. It sounds like a lot, but you get used to the routine very quickly.
It's true. And remember, it's okay to feel a little lost at first. Teachers and other students are usually very happy to help you find your way. Just ask.
Great advice, Maya. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We hope this look into a day at an American high school was helpful for you.
Thanks for listening to A Day in the Life of an American Public School Explained. Join us next time for another episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.